Vegas, Nevada. There is nothing more special than the heavyweight championship of the world on the line. And it comes your way this Saturday from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. It is Tyson Fury defending his WBC heavyweight championship of the world against the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder, the third fight in their epic trilogy. Along with that, we have a loaded card from top to bottom. You do not want to miss any fight on this card. It's all brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions, Top Rank Incorporated, also TGB Promotions and Bomb Squad Promotions. It all comes away from the T-Mobile Arena. Also, you can buy it live on ESPN Plus or Fox Sports Pay-Per-View, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific Time. You're going to hear from the television fighters that are going to be a part of the ESPN2 and FS1 broadcast along with the pay-per-view undercard. But to let everybody know what we have going on Saturday, we start early, right before 2 o'clock. You can go ahead and check out the ESPN Plus and also the Fox Sports app as we have 3 sensational fights. From there, at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific Time, we will transition to ESPN2 and FS1 with 2 outstanding bouts, and then we go live at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific Time on ESPN Plus and Fox Sports Pay-Per-View. Now let's meet the fighters involved in the televised portion as we come your way at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific Time on ESPN2, FS1, and ESPN Plus. We have a super welterweight matchup to begin the night. First of all, please welcome, this man has a record of 12 wins, opposite 4 defeats, 6 wins coming by way of knockout from Durango, Mexico. Please welcome, presentando, Vladimir Hernandez. Okay. Got you. And his opponent with the record of 27 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. He joins us from the proud fighting city of Philadelphia, PA, the city of brotherly love. Please welcome the former super welterweight champion of the world, Julian Jrock Williams. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a matchup, 10 rounds for the vacant NABO Super Middleweight Championship. First of all, we want to welcome from Villaguay, Argentina. His record, 30 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, aquí está Marcelo Esteban Coceres.
I just got in. I didn't think I was going to be able to stream the press conference. Well, this is
and his opponent is a fast-rising super middleweight taking the world by storm. He holds an undefeated record consisting of 17 wins, 16 of those coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, but proudly representing his Puerto Rican heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Edgar the Monster Berlanga.
I wonder if I'm part Puerto Rican too. I need to check my ancestry again. I'm sure
he's killing me with the drip that he has on his neck, but that's another topic for another day. Now we transition to our pay-per-view portion at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific Time, an all-heavyweight pay-per-view main card. It doesn't get any better than this. First of all, this one's 8 rounds for the NABF Heavyweight Championship. This man maintains an undefeated record, 22 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Kownacki, Russia, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Vladimir Tereshkin. And his opponent, he also holds an undefeated record, 9 wins, all of those coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Toledo, Ohio, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the young knockout sensation, Jared Big Baby Anderson. And this fight is a rematch from their tremendous March 2020 battle at Barclays Center. Now they go ahead and collide once again at T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. This man has a record of 20 wins, just one blemish, 15 wins coming by way of knockout, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, but originally from Poland. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Adam Babyface the Assassin Kownacki. And his opponent, joining us from Finland, he holds a record of 30 wins, 19 of those coming by way of knockout against 3 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the Nordic Nightmare, Robert Helenius. And now it is time for our co-main event, 10 rounds for the WBC Continental Americas and the NABO Heavyweight Championship. Both men are undefeated. It's got to go. Introducing first, this man holds a record of 18 wins, 13 of those coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Guantanamo, Cuba, ladies and gentlemen, this is Frank Sanchez. And his adversary on Saturday night, a part of our co-main event, a Fury Wilder #3 on pay-per-view. His record a perfect one, 15 wins, 12 of those coming inside the distance, fighting out of Ughelli, Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Efe Ajagba. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor and pleasure to introduce my amazingly talented colleague all week long, the lovely Christina Poncher, to handle the Q&A. Christina.
Thanks, you guys. And you guys, if you want, when you talk into the mic, you can pull your mask down if you feel comfortable so the TV can hear you more clearly. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Ray. It's been a pleasure working with you all week long. This has been awesome. So good to see all you guys, and time to get some shine before Saturday night. We're going to kind of start in order of the bouts, how they're going to go. So we're going to start with the 2 TV fights first, and Vladimir Hernandez. I'll start with you, Gardy Lopez. You're going to translate for us. Thank you. Appreciate you. Vladimir, for you, this is a huge opportunity. Your first time fighting in Las Vegas, a big pay-per-view card. What does this opportunity mean to you? You can just pick up your mic there in front of you, Gardy.
Esta es una gran oportunidad para ti. ¿Cómo te sientes de pelear en una gran cartelera de pay-per-view en Las Vegas?
Pues primero que nada agradezco que me dieron la oportunidad y pues,
Disculpa, ¿te puedes quitar la máscara y pegarte un poco más el micrófono?
Gracias.
primero que nada agradezco que me hayan dado la oportunidad y pues estoy emocionado y hice una gran preparación para esta pelea.
I'm very excited for this opportunity and I did a great preparation for this bout.
You're coming off a career best victory against Alfredo Angulo, a tremendous fight in which you were the underdog. How do you kind of build on the momentum from that fight even though it was 13 months ago?
Viene de una gran victoria entre Alfredo Angulo. ¿Cómo usas el momentum de esa victoria para, a pesar de que fue hace 13 meses?
Pues vengo, pues como digo, vengo bien preparado y pues la victoria de Alfredo Angulo me favoreció muy bien, me dieron buena oportunidad y esta es otra gran oportunidad y no la voy a desaprovechar.
Like I said, I'm very well prepared. You know, that was a big opportunity and this one is a bigger opportunity, so I'm going to take full advantage of it.
Obviously, Jrock is a different kind of opponent than Alfredo Angulo was. What is it going to take for you come Saturday night to score the victory against Julian on Saturday?
Este es un oponente diferente. ¿Qué va a tomar para que salgas con la victoria ante Julian el sábado?
Sí, sabemos que es un oponente diferente, rápido y que aguanta, pero sabemos que será una guerra arriba del ring y vengo preparado para eso.
We know he's a different opponent. We know it's going to be a tough fight. He's a tough opponent. But we're ready for a war. We're very prepared for Saturday.
Anything he'd like to say to his fans in Spanish?
¿Algo más que quieras decir en español?
Pues que a toda la afición mexicana vamos con todo y Dios los bendiga. Gracias.
We're coming with everything to all my Mexican people. God bless you all.
All right, short and sweet. Muchas gracias. And over to your opponent now, Julian Jrock. Good to see you. It's been quite some time since we've been up here and you've been ready to do a press conference like this. a career-long layup, that long time, 21 months. How good does it feel to finally be up here on the stage, on a press conference, getting ready to step into the ring Saturday night?
Kind of like feels like I'm making my pro debut on a big card.
Really?
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's crazy. It feels like that all the way. Why do you feel that way?
I've been out the ring for a long time. It's been somewhat a good thing because I got to kind of like recharge my battery. You know, I've been fighting for a long time since I was a little boy. So I think sometimes rest is good, and I took full advantage of it.
You were also able to take care of an injury that was bothering you, the elbow injury. How do you feel getting that all cleaned up and ready to go?
I feel good.
Not like you're going to get up here and say, I feel terrible.
How you guys doing?
Right?
I just got here. I didn't think I was going to be able to stream it.
You know, exactly.
But we're here. We made it on time.
What are your thoughts on the 154-pound division as it stands right now? Because I know you want nothing more to get back to world championship status. What do you kind of think about the division and where maybe a win on Saturday night could put you?
I think it's still wide open. You know, I think we got two really main guys that that are really good fighters, but nobody kind of like made themselves the clear-cut best in the division. So I think it's still wide open for me to come in and save the day.
You and Breadman, what have you guys been working on for Vladimir? I mean, I'm sure you watched the Angulo fight, albeit your style is a lot different. You're not, from what I know of you, you're not going to stand right in front of him. But what do you expect to see from him, and what can you do to come victorious on Saturday?
He's a really tough fighter. What I take from him watching his fights, he's a man. He's going to fight, and I respect that. So just got to wait and see. I got something in store for him.
All right, well, I know everybody's excited to see you back in the ring, so welcome back. And,
Thank you.
Good luck Saturday. Thank you. And that's the first bout opening up our television portion of the card on ESPN2 and FS1, 4 p.m. local time. The headliner on the television portion before we get to the pay-per-view is Marcelo Coceres and Edgar Berlanga. Marcelo, I'm going to start with you. Buenos tardes. Marcelo, what are your thoughts on...
I was thinking about doing live commentary for the fight. I was thinking about it.
Television in the United States and in Las Vegas.
Marcelo, ¿cómo te sientes de pelear en una gran cartelera y una gran oportunidad de pelear en televisión nacional?
Hola, bueno, la verdad que me siento muy bien. Es una nueva oportunidad que vengo a aprovechar y estoy muy contento por estar acá nuevamente.
I'm ready. You know, this is a big opportunity. I'm just happy to be here, and I'm going to take full advantage of this opportunity.
You have twice as many fights as Edgar Berlanga. You've also fought in a world title fight. What, if any, advantage do you feel like your experience and your in-ring, the amount of rounds that you've been able to go, plays to your favor against the younger Berlanga?
Tienes el doble de peleas que Berlanga. Has peleado por un título mundial. ¿Qué parte crees que tu experiencia va a jugar en esta pelea ante Berlanga?
No sé. Vine a hacer mi pelea. No voy a dar muchos detalles. Peleas son peleas y bueno, espero que salga como nosotros la venimos planeando, hemos trabajado muy duro para esta pelea, así que creo que vamos a tener un buen resultado al final.
I'm just coming to make my fight. I'm not going to give any more details. I'm just going to say that I have worked very hard, and we're going to come on to win on Saturday.
And lastly, what do you know about your opponent? Obviously, everyone's seen his knockout opponents, but what have you been studying for and preparing for with Edgar?
¿Qué has estudiado de tu oponente, Edgar Berlanga?
Bueno, a mí no me gusta mirar mucho los contrincantes porque no siempre tienen el mismo plan de pelea, así que después nos juntaremos con mi equipo, miraremos un par de peleas de él ya casi al final para ver cómo vamos a hacer y nada, eso.
I don't like to study my opponents that much. You know, sometimes like they don't always have the same game plan. I'm going to get together with my team and just look at some fights and go from there.
All right. Well, good luck on Saturday night. Thank you so much.
Gracias, muchas gracias.
We'll talk for a little bit after the
What's up? How you doing?
How are you? Edgar Berlanga, first let me just tell you congratulations on your
I'm
son.
I want to stand up.
Okay, you do you.
I want to feel good.
Congratulations on your son chosen, by the way, becoming a father since I last saw you. Your last 5 fights have been in Las Vegas, but this is the first time you're going to have a lot of fans in attendance, a big opportunity on a big card. Why is Edgar Berlanga meant for this type of stage?
When I fight, I bring fireworks. I'm just a different type of fighter with a different type of energy. I feel like I belong in the card. It's a major card, and I just want to thank my team. I want to thank Bob Arum, Todd the Buff, the whole top-ranked crew, ESPN, for giving me this opportunity.
The KO streak came to an end after the last fight, and I almost sense a little bit of relief from you after that. You've got some rounds in. I know, Dre still had you doing push-ups in the gym and in the ring, but just your thoughts on what you learned about going the distance and mentioning possibly starting a new streak.
It was a blessing, I got the rounds in, I got the experience, and I'm just blessed, that's what I needed for my career, was to get those rounds and get the minutes in, and just to see how it feels to go into the later rounds. And you see my power still was there, everything still was there, so I'm happy. My team was happy, and we got the job done that night.
Caceres just said that he's going to look at some film. He doesn't really like to study or do too much watching video on his opponent because, as you know, different guys bring different things. Have you studied him at all, or what do you expect him to bring?
Yeah, we definitely did. We got a game plan for this Saturday, and we're going to execute it like I always do.
Lastly, your fan base has continued to grow tremendously. What can fans expect on Saturday night from the Monster?
Like always, like I said before, we're not going to the scorecards. And, expect fireworks. Like always, get your popcorn ready. Everyone that's going to be tuning in Saturday night, just tune in, baby, and get your popcorn like I always do. It's going to be fireworks. Right. I want to thank my island, Puerto Rico, te quiero mucho. All my people from New York, all around the world, Latino America, te quiero mucho. And I just want to thank everybody for this opportunity once again. Bob Barron, Todd the Buff, my team Berlanga, perfecting athletes, my coach Gary Starks, Uncle Dre, Scooter, and it's going to be fireworks Saturday night.
Thank you, Edgar. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
That wraps up the TV portion. Just before the pay-per-view gets started, again, Julian Williams, Vladimir Hernandez, Edgar Berlanga against Marcelo Caceres. Those get started at 4 p.m. local time, ESPN 2 and Fox Sports 1. Now let's get to our pay-per-view portion of the undercard. In all heavyweight undercard, there will be knockouts. We are so looking forward to seeing what these guys bring into the ring. And first up, we're going to start with the fight opening the pay-per-view, Vladimir Tereshkin against Jared Anderson. And Vladimir, how are you? We'll start with you first.
Hello, everybody. I am okay.
Good to see you. Yes.
Happy.
Do you want someone translate for you, or you want to?
No. Excuse me for my English. I can't speak so much. I am ready to fight on this event. I am happy. I know about my opponent information. We did the preparation. We're ready. We fight, and we will win. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Makes my job real easy, right? Thank you so much. Vladimir, anything in Russian you'd like to say? This is going out everywhere around the world, so.
Всем, кто говорит здесь по-русски, всем, кто меня понимает, привет. Я надеюсь, что вы будете на вечере, и ваша поддержка, я думаю, что будет чувствоваться. Всем спасибо за то, что вы пришли сюда. И я надеюсь, что мы увидимся с вами на вечере. Всем спасибо.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Спасибо. How do we say buy the pay-per-view in Russian? Buy the pay-per-view.
Bye.
Buy it. Purchase the pay-per-view. We'll work on that. Yeah, exactly. We'll work on that. Jared, short and sweet from your opponent. Kind of like a lot of your fights are, right? You've spent some time in the gym. Most recently, we've talked about it before with sparring the likes of Tyson Fury and Brian Jennings, and you've sparred in the past with Joseph Parker, Tony Yoka. How much does that build your confidence when you're in the ring sparring guys like this before you even step into a fight with no headgear and different glove size? How does that boost your confidence?
My confidence is through the roof already. It just levels me out. But it's a great feeling though. They give me a lot of support. They always backing me. Let me know what to do and what not to do, giving me the game. So it's just nice to be prepared before I have to actually step in there.
Speaking with Tyson Fury yesterday, he told us that when asked about you, that he feels like in the next year or two, when his time is said and done, you will be the next greatest heavyweight champion. What does that mean to you to hear the WBC and lineal heavyweight champion say that about you?
It means everything, to have the support of a current world champion, maybe soon to be former after he retires and everything. But it just means a lot, It lets everybody know that I'm a name to be reckoned with, and everybody got to look out for me.
It's been about 2 years now almost since you turned pro. You're about to be 22 years old. How much do you feel like you've grown in these last 2 years? How much have you learned about yourself that's got you to this point on a pay-per-view at 21 years old?
Extremely. Just by my level of competition, sparring who I spar, fighting who I fight. Tyson told me, he was like, I'm a completely different fighter from the last camp.
Okay.
You know, just the presence in the ring, the way I carry myself, and being sharp, you know. So we've been working on a lot of different things and being the best that I can.
What do you feel like you still have to show? I mean, obviously you have tons of room to grow, but what's something that you want to go out there and prove? Even just to yourself.
I don't think I have anything to prove. I don't have nothing to lose, though, and that's the most dangerous person you can ever face, somebody who doesn't have anything to lose.
Now, I know you won't tell everybody, but you have been known to wear some pretty elaborate attire when walking into the ring. It's always been entertaining. Do you want to give a hint or just tell everybody to make sure that they're tuned in early to the pay-per-view? Do you want to give a...
Make sure y'all tune in, man. It's going to be, we going to war. Just know that.
You're going to war.
We're going to war. We're going in our zone, but we're going to go to war for sure.
All right, I'll let you guys kind of put your thoughts. Maybe we can put a poll out on Instagram and have people bet, give away some T-shirts or something. Appreciate you, Jared. Thank you so much. We'll see you Saturday night. Jared Anderson, Vladimir Tereshkin, opening up the pay-per-view on Saturday night, getting started at 6 p.m. local time. Move now to one of the more anticipated rematches in the heavyweight division. Robert Helenius taking on Adam Kownacki. And Adam, we'll start with you. How are you today? Good, good. Any baby yet? No, his wife is due with their second child, correct? 12th? No, I'm just kidding. On the 12th. Not 12 kids. For you coming into this situation off your first loss, and then you got to sit there for 19 months and think about it, how do you kind of keep yourself mentally strong and prepared to avenge that loss come Saturday night?
The people I surround myself with, you know, my team, my trainers, my wife, my kid, definitely kept me focused. So, yeah, it's my team.
You're coming in with the beard this time? Was that? I mean, you're Babyface, but you're now bearded face.
I know Robert had a beard last time.
The battle of the beards here.
Robert had a beard last time and helped him win, so maybe it's gonna help me win this fight.
He thinks the beard helped you win last time.
I saw you copying me.
He's copying you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Viking style.
Very good, very good. I like it. The battle of the beards as well. What does this rematch mean to you?
Everything. I mean, I've been training very hard for this fight, man, and it's a do-or-die fight for me. I got to win this fight to prove what happened last time was just accident work, and that will never happen again.
So being that you've probably watched it, 10 times maybe?
A lot more.
A lot more, 100 maybe. What did you learn from that fight? What you could have done differently?
I got a bit reckless. Went in instead of listening to my coach and using the jab a lot more.
Lastly, where do you feel like a win in this rematch puts you in the heavyweight division? I mean, you were on a path towards a world title shot, right?
Yeah, so right now I'm just focused on Robert, because I learned that sometimes if you look too forward, something hits you in the face, like that right hand. So definitely right, I'm just focused on Robert Helenius.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. Appreciate your time, and congratulations once again. Now to the original bearded man. And with you, Robert, you too. I mean, it's been not since your last fight, since you've been in the ring, spent some time back home, and then most recently in Alabama. So what has the last, 19 months been like for you?
It's been quite good, actually. We live in an island with only 25,000 people, so we have our privacy, our forests, our clean air, clean food. Everything is perfect.
You came in as a heavy underdog and scored the upset in the first fight. Do you feel like even though you were victorious, you're still coming into this fight as the underdog?
I don't see myself as an underdog. I have never seen me as an underdog, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what they're talking about either. I just figured I'd ask you the question. Something they are talking about, though, is you sparring with Deontay Wilder. You spent some time in Alabama. I know you're not going to divulge too much, but just talk about the meaning of that opportunity, sharing the ring with somebody like that.
We were 3 weeks in Alabama to get the time difference ready and stuff like that. But of course, while there wasn't our main focus, our main focus was to fight a guy like Adam Kownacki. So we had our own sparring partners there, so that was our main focus. And weather is warm in Alabama if you compare it to Finland, though.
Yeah, Finland and Alabama, yeah, quite the contrast, I'm sure. Lastly, just what can the fans expect? I mean, it's a huge pay-per-view card, a big opportunity, a great rematch. You've introduced yourself to so many more fans.
Yeah, I've been boxing over 20 years, but this time you're going to see the best Robert Helenius you've ever seen.
It's time to retire then.
What?
Time to retire.
No, this time is the best Robert Helenius you're ever going to see.
All right. That's good to know. I want to beat your ass. We won't, have no excuses.
All right. Appreciate that, Adam. Bring a little spice, right? We like that. You guys, it is going to be an awesome card. All heavyweights. These two going at it in the rematch. A highly anticipated bout as we move now to our co-main event. Frank Sanchez, nice to see you. We'll start with you. 18-0, 13 KOs. For you, this opportunity between two undefeated fighters, two one-punch, lights-out, knockout artists. What does a fight of this caliber mean to you to be in a co-main event on a huge undercard? Guardian,
esta es una batalla de invictos pegadores fuertes. ¿Qué significa ser el combate coestelar de esta gran cartelera?
Bueno, para mí significa mucho y ya que tremenda oportunidad, tengo la oportunidad en mi vida y vengo a demostrar que soy un campeón y vengo a ganar.
This means a lot to me. I'm going to show that I'm a champion and I'm come here to win.
Was it true that you were calling out for Efe Ajagba? Was this a fight that you wanted?
Esta es una pelea que tú estabas buscando ante Efe.
Sí, hace mucho tiempo venía buscando esta pelea porque sé que le puedo ganar y le voy a ganar.
I've been looking for this fight for a long time because I know it can beat him and I'm going to beat him.
Okay. That answers one of my questions then. How was camp with Eddie Reynoso to prepare a lot of world champions in that gym? How does working with Eddie and being around other world champions like Canelo, etc., boost your morale coming into this fight?
¿Cómo es la experiencia de entrenar junto a Eddie Reynoso, junto a Canelo y los otros campeones? ¿Cómo vas a usar esa experiencia para ganar esta pelea?
Bueno, la verdad que ahí en el equipo me siento muy bien. He tenido mucha experiencia ya con ellos y hemos trabajado bien duro. Me han enseñado bastante, he aprendido bastante ahí de gimnasio, de Eddie Reynoso, de Saúl, y me siento bien contento de estar trabajando con ellos y que me estén apoyando para ser campeón mundial.
I feel great. You know, it has been a great experience training with Eddie and also learning a lot from Saúl, and also that they are supporting me a lot for this fight too.
What's something that Canelo has told you to help you prepare for a fight of this magnitude?
¿Qué es algo que te ha enseñado Canelo para prepararte para una pelea de esta magnitud?
Principalmente tener paciencia y enfoque en el trabajo, no desesperarme, estar tranquilo.
He has taught me to be patient and to be focused, not get desperate, and be calm in the ring.
Y tener confianza en el trabajo que hice y la preparación que tuve.
And also to have confidence in the work that I have done and the preparation that I did for this fight.
Well, obviously very confident being that he called for Efe to be an opponent of his, and now it's come to fruition. So what have you seen in Efe that you feel like you can capitalize on to walk away victorious? What is it? Because they've even fought on the same cards before.
Tienes la confianza porque estás viendo a Efe como un peleador que tú puedes derrotar. ¿Qué es lo que has visto en él que piensas que puede salir con la victoria?
Bueno, lo que he visto que no tiene mucho boxeo. Lo único que tiene depende de su pegada. Pues no tiene otros recursos que pueda acudir en caso de que se encuentre un peleador que no lo pueda conectar con esa derecha que tiene. No tiene más nada, no va a saber qué hacer. Ese recurso no lo tiene, yo sí lo tengo todo.
What I have seen is that the only thing that he has is the power. He's not a very skilled boxer, and once he faces someone like me who has a lot of resources, it's going to be different for him.
All right, Frank, thank you so much.
Gracias a ti, a todos.
All right, Efe, did you hear what he had to say? I'll remind you in just a minute, but first, we'll just talk about what this opportunity means to you. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, the third fight, huge pay-per-view, and you're the co-main event. Your thoughts on the opportunity, what that means to you and your family?
Thank you for coming, and I appreciate you for coming to the show. And I want to thank Tupac and my manager for giving me this opportunity to fight on the card of Tyson Fury and Wilder. So I'm grateful for that. So I'm looking forward to the fight.
Do you think that Frank Sanchez made a mistake
Did he
calling
just say
you
he
out?
looking forward to fuck?
Do you think that he made a mistake in calling you out, wanting to fight you? Was that a mistake?
Yeah, actually, he make a huge mistake to calling me out. That's a big, huge mistake to calling me out. So he has to stay ready.
He said that he believes that you only have power, that you don't have boxing ability. I know that you and Coach K. Karoma have been working a lot on the boxing aspect, working a lot on using the jab.
Where those boxers has been working on is different. It's not me. So we're going to see about that in the fight. So he wants to test my power. Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah, that's what the fans want to see too, right? That's what they're here for, is him to test your power. One more question. You've sparred with Jared. You've been in the gym with Tyson. What has it been like working around these other heavyweights?
Yeah, it's been good. This is the good people to spar with, and it's Sparta. It gave me a lot of experience. Some skills and some stuff like that. But I don't want to say, as for Jared, I say, it's be give me pressure, like keep me moving. To keep me moving, how to throw more combination punches. That's what we're working on in the gym.
Iron sharpens iron, right?
Yeah, so I'm excited for this fight.
We are all excited as well. Efe, good to see you.
Yeah, so we say good luck to him.
Yep. He says good luck to you. He said buena suerte.
Oh, gracias. Suerte para él también.
Stay ready.
Listo.
Stay
¿Listo?
ready, man.
¿Estamos listos? Yo también estoy listo.
Stay ready.
Nos vemos el sábado.
You make a big huge mistake.
No, nos vemos el sábado.
You make a big huge mistake.
Saturday.
Just watch and see. See, it's not about the one hand.
Aquí no se habla mucho, mi hermano, se habla en el ring.
Okay, we'll see about that.
See you Saturday.
Stay ready.
Efe speaking Spanish now, y'all. He said we'll see about that. Very good. I love it. Well, that wraps it up for the interview portion, you guys. That was awesome. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for your time. We're gonna pose you guys for photos now. I believe. Do you want to go, Evan, fight by fight, Mikey? Okay, so let's get the two TV fights up first.
Did y'all understand any of that shit? I didn't understand none of that shit, but I like it.
For the official weigh-in show, and then of course Saturday night.
We're gonna talk for a little minute. I'm gonna chill with you guys, man.
Pay-per-view. We will see their weigh-ins tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Evan, right? All right. Thanks, everyone.
So what's up? I missed you guys, man. I had court today. Well, I was here yesterday streaming, but no, we behind. I still got a lot of videos to do. So after this stream, I'm probably gonna kick back and start planning out. Tomorrow's the weigh-in. Start planning out everything. Shit. It's going to be busy. We're not going to be able to be here live for a weigh-in show tomorrow, unfortunately, but we will be able to recap it and restream it later on in the evening. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. I'm hyped for the undercard. If you don't know, it's going to be Edgar on the free TV version before we hit the pay-per-view. You're going to have Jrock Williams versus a Vladimir Hernandez. I don't know, it's a crazy name, Vladimir Hernandez. Isn't that name Vladimir Hernandez? I'll put all the information down below in the description box, also the pay-per-view information. You're going to have Edgar Berlanga versus Marcial Esteban Coceres. I know I probably destroyed that name. I probably fucked it up. It's probably even not his name. I know his last name is Coceres. That's on the free TV, ESPN Plus, ESPN2, FS2 version. Then, of course, the pay-per-view is going to open up with Jared Big Baby Anderson, the PS5 scammer. No, I'm just joking. That's an inside joke. Taking on a Vladimir Tereshkin. Then you're going to have Robert Helenius, the Techno Viking, taking on Adam Kownacki in the rematch of their March 2020 fight. And the chief support, not a co-main, the head undercard fight is Frank Sanchez versus Efe Ajagba. Efe Ajagba still working on his English. His accent makes it seem like he's saying crazy shit. We're gonna go back and listen to that because I think he said, "I am ready to fuck." Maybe I don't know. Maybe I heard it wrong. Oh, this guy got a blade, a scar on his neck. You see what that is? Or was he on life support? I got one crazy scar from life support. It's no good. I had a crazy ass nightmare. I thought that assassins came to kill me. So basically, when you're in a coma, you're like in like a dream world, but you know you're like somewhere else is weird. Like I knew something was wrong. I was like, what the fuck? Where the fuck am I at? In my conscience. But in the hospital, I'm fucking comatose. See what I'm saying? So Frank Sanchez is supposed to be 29 years old. In American years, not Cubano years. I need to stop talking like that, because isn't that like racism? I don't want to be labeled a bigot and get canceled. That's the last thing I need, is getting canceled. But anyway, I'm digging his undercard. I'm hyped. That's Tereshkin on the end, Kownacki, Frank Sanchez, Efe Ajagba, Jared Anderson. Top ranked girls. So at this point, I'm kind of tired of everything. I just want to see the fight, you know? By the way, hold on, let me tell you right now who everybody is. Referee Russell Mora, you know, I really don't care really about the referee too much. Let me make sure I get all the other news for you. Hold on. I'll tell you who the judges are. Fury won the press conference. I watched it again this morning. In my opinion. And yes, I do look at press conferences as having winners and losers. By the way, take your time out, like the video on T-Street Controversy with 5U360. I'm trying to find who these other referees are. Damn it, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, here's the three judges. Tim Cheatham, Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfeld. I forgot what card recently I had issues with of Tim Cheatham's. I don't remember. But solid judges. Referee Russell Mora. I'm going to pull up his picture for those who don't know what he looks like. If you don't remember him, you've seen him plenty of times before. Veteran referee. Ooh, talking some shit. They talking shit. Look, and they don't even understand each other. He be like, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm black. I can like make like black accent jokes, even though it's insensitive. But let me shut up. I don't want to get in trouble. Anyway, this is Russell Mora. Overall, this is a top tier undercard, yo. This undercard is, whoo. I'm digging it. See, it's not like, you know, the only fights of real note that are like 50-50-ish are Helenius Kownacki and Sanchez and Ajagba. The other fights are, you know, like A side versus J side types. You know, for example, the dude Jrock fighting Vladimir Hernandez, he's supposed to beat him. Jared Anderson, and even though Vladimir Tereshkin is undefeated, he's supposed to beat him, but he's an undefeated fighter. You know, so solid fight. But let's go rewind that back here. I want to hear something real quick. Let me go rewind this back. Let me hear this. What did you say, bro?
You know, so I'm grateful for that. So I'm looking forward to the fight.
Do you think that
To fight on the card of Tyson and Wilder, you know, so I'm grateful for that. So I'm looking forward to the fight.
Do you think that Frank Sanchez made a mistake calling you out?
You say what?
He ain't mean to, though. He ain't mean to cuss, I'm guessing. Or maybe he, you know, it's been a rough week for fight week. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be here. I mean, they're not squash matches. You can't really say that. I mean, basically, I told you what the fights of significance are. You know, also, Rabisi Ramirez is on the card. I don't know where he's going to be televised. You know, but the Helenius Kownacki fight, that's a fight that can headline its own Showtime card or was PBC on Fox card, which it did before in the past. Efe Ajagba versus Sanchez, that's definitely a fight I didn't expect for us to get from both of those fighters. Jrock's fight is a return fight. He's going on a 2-year layoff, before, this fight right here. The Edgar Berlanga fight, he's fighting the guy that was beating Billy Joe Saunders on the cards a couple of years ago. And Billy Joe Saunders needed the KO to beat him. So, that's a quality fight. Also, if you haven't heard, the WBC issued a statement saying that the winner of Fury versus Joshua has 30 days to strike a deal with Alexander Usyk, meaning Anthony Joshua will have to agree to step aside, or the winner of Fury Wilder has to fight the winner of White versus Wallin. So that's some good news. But I don't expect for Joshua to step aside, because if Joshua steps aside, he goes all the way to the back of the line because of the way things are set up. The co-main event, I don't like using co-main event for a fight like this or a card like this, but the chief support is Ajagba. Oh, this is them talking back and forth in broken English and Spanish, not understanding each other. Let me turn it up. This is the best part of the press conference.
You're working on it, Jim.
Iron sharpens iron, right?
Yeah, so I'm excited for this fight.
We are all excited as well. Efe, good to see you.
Yeah, so it's a good luck to him.
Yep. He says good luck to you. He said buena suerte.
Oh, gracias. Suerte para ti también.
Still ready.
Listo.
Still
¿Listo?
ready, man.
¿Estamos listos? Yo también estoy listo.
Still ready.
Nos vemos el sábado.
You make a big huge mistake.
No, nos vemos el sábado.
You make a big huge mistake.
Saturday.
Just watch and see. See, it's not by the one hand.
Aquí no se habla mucho, mi hermano. Se habla en el ring.
Okay, we'll see about that.
See you Saturday.
Stay ready.
Efe speaking Spanish now, y'all. He said we'll see about that. Very good. I love it. Well, that wraps.
Yeah, that was tight. I'm ready to see this fight. I'm ready to see it. So, yeah, I don't think Joshua's going to step aside, but it's good to see that, we're not going to see a franchise championship. The WBC, has been under some heat, man, with the Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz, Ryan Garcia thing, with the franchise championship, there's been some heat, so they got to really, really, help out like their PR with the fans, because fans are pissed. But overall, the weigh-in is tomorrow, but I'm kind of glad that it's fight night. This whole trilogy with Fury and Wilder's been so long. Like, it's tiring. I'm tired. I'm just like, finally, these motherfuckers gonna get in the ring. It's over. Like, the loser, like, even though I'm picking Fury, it's just like, I want somebody to lose clean and this should be over. Now, of course, I'm picking Fury. I don't think Wilder, got the goods to be able to beat him unless he knock him out. But overall, the saga of it, it's just, I've said it before. I'm a Deontay Wilder guy, but his fans make you not his fans. I call them the fanatical radicals. The fanatics. Like, they be just a little bit too much. You motherfuckers, y'all be a little bit too much to deal with, man. Y'all make it, sullied. It make me not be like, ew, covering Wilder is dirty. Like, that's dirty money. I don't want to, that money been up somebody's ass. They be like, T-Street, where the Wilder videos at? I can't, I'm like, that's, I don't want to get involved in that shit, man. Motherfucking Wilder had helped motherfuckers on YouTube survive the pandemic. Just do a few Wilder videos every day. Shit, Wilder was out there saving niggas. But at the same time, listen, I just hope that if he lose, they just don't throw him away, and stop fucking with him. It's like, bro, but that's niggas for you. If you ain't from that's how they are. They'll use you up. You know what I'm saying? They'll use you up. And then, you be finished. Yeah, man. But now it's just like, I got to talk about it. It's like, shit. Because normally, to be honest, like, this has been like a lazy pay-per-view build-up for me. Normally, I go through the whole shit. But if it's a pay-per-view, I'm covering like the PBC on Fox shows. I'm doing the multiple videos a week. Of course, I'm always going to do the media stuff. But my coverage of this has been real lackadaisical because of just like all the ugliness and the perverse bullshit that's been going on behind it. It's just like, I feel dirty like covering it, So now I got to do the weigh-in tomorrow. We got to have a fight day stream. I got to cover the fight. We got to talk about the shit, in the post-fight press conference. I got to do a follow-up video. I got to do the pay-per-view buys. Whoever wins is going to have a press conference. And then it's like whatever the storyline is going to be. I got to talk about that for a couple of weeks. So for me, this whole shit ain't going to be over you know, for another couple of weeks. And I'm just like, man, yeah, man, shit, what the fuck, man, you know? But hey, man, let me stop bitching and complaining. I'm just happy to be here, you know? So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say, like, bro, I think the world would be a better place if Deontay Wilder lose. Because it's like, motherfuckers will finally shut the fuck up. Like, we don't have to hear about that glove shit and all that. And I'm sorry. I still have an issue with, you know what? Let me play this for you. I'll take this man's copyright. Let me play this for you. I'm gonna play some shit for you. See, look. See, I'm getting cussed out already. I'm getting cussed out. Look. And he probably don't even mean that. He just want me to talk about it. So does this make you happy? You're a true sellout hater. This is just sad. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Blue Blood Sport and Champs out of the best 100. Press 1. Okay, let me see. Press 1. Hold on. What press 1? Here you go, mate. Hope that makes you feel better. But yeah, hold on, man. Let me pull this up for you. I want you to see this. You know, it's just, you know. And it all happened right before our eyes. But hold on, I want y'all to see this, because when I saw this, I was like, damn, he broke that shit the fuck down. Hold on, almost got it. Where's it at? What? Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit.
So he sat him up reeling, saying he was incompetent and disloyal. He trained him from damn near day one, so you tell me, is this loyal? I call it how I see it, no one's fan. So he sat him up reeling, saying he was incompetent and disloyal. He trained him from damn near day one, so you tell me, is this loyal? I call it how I see it, no one's fanboy, no one's hater. But what does he get for building you up to snake you 12 years later? He was doing to this day, for the paper. The whole lot's blamed on one man, the black man's the traitor. But I'll show you why that don't work. Put the main factors first. The reason you lost the fights, cause when you get punched in the face it hurts. Why did you lose? Cost you. Came out, it was too heavy. Said by the time he got to the ring, legs start doing up jelly. But what did I see on my telly? A nervous man was looking unready. But if it really was too heavy, don't skip leg day, leg spaghetti. Why else did he lose? Poison. How can I be a supporter? He blamed it all on a black man, said it was that man holding his water. Guys, is a fantasy talker. You can see it on TV, JD's in the corner holding man's water. A man said muscle relaxer. Why else did he lose? The referee. This is banter surely. Kenny Bayless deducted a random point and that was the fury. I don't know if by crab in a bucket you mean it's cheap for you. But I can't see what the ref can do to make the fight not peak for you. Why else did he lose? Glove, gate. Where do I start, fam? The guy's got everything for everything. Man's coming like our fan. He was swinging like Tarzan when he was meant to be finishing the first fight. Legs doing wobbly, but you're telling us that the ref looked burst, right? Deontay Wilder's wet. Everyone told me he was the best. Only gotta be perfect for 2 secs. He'd knock out Mike Tyson in his prime. White Tyson licked blood off his neck. No right hand, so there's no offense. Bro can't box, no offense. Hit that right and had nothing left. This was a guy that I did respect. I came up with a different story. Started boxing for his daughter. Till man's fan base turned man corny. The way he got backed by Fury messed up the trilogy. No one wants the trilogy. We might see a trilogy. Wilder, Louise Ortiz. Bro should have took that 100 mil. How do you sleep when you flop that deal? Tried to cash out from AJ, now you won't see that P from 100 deals. All confirmed, so we know it's real. Your training rate switched on you. You told Fury you chose him over more P's than.
Come on, bro. Come on. That was some hot fire. And I don't even listen to the British grime rap. But I heard that. I was like, yo, what's that in the background, mate? That's that such and such, you know what I'm saying? I was like, send me the link. Whew. Lit his ass up. But yeah, that's one of the things I'm concerned about. You see? JD's was in the locker room when the gloves were being wrapped, egg-weight shaped form. JD's was the one that was feeding him or like giving him the water. You fired a black man and keep the white man in the shadows, bro. Bro, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry I had to be the one to talk about it. Because I'm the black man. I'm supposed to go with the brother, the soul brother. I'm supposed to go with the brother. But yo, lies is lies, bro. Bullshit is bullshit. And I'm not no fly. I'm not a maggot. I'm not following the bullshit. I'm not. Bro, like that shit was all facts. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit.
Leg day, legs cricket. Why else did he lose? Poison. How can I be a supporter? He blamed it all on a black man, said it was that man holding his water. Guys, is a fantasy talker. You can see it on TV, JD's in the corner holding man's water. A man said muscle relaxer. Why else did he lose? The referee. This is banter surely. Kenny Bayless did duck to the random point and doused the fury. I don't know if by crab in a bucket you mean it's cheap for you. I can't see what the ref can do to make the fight not peak for you. Why else did he lose? Glove gate. Where do I start, fam? The guy's got everything for everything. Man's coming like our fan. He was swinging like Tarzan when he was meant to be finishing the first fight. Legs doing wobbly, but you're telling us that the ref looked burst, right? Deontay Wilder's wet. Everyone told me he was the best. Only gotta be perfect for 2 secs. He'd knock out Mike Tyson in his prime. White Tyson licked blood off his neck. No right hand, so there's no offense. Bro can't box, no offense. Hit that right and had nothing left. This was a guy that I did respect. I came up with a different story. Started boxing for his daughter. Told man's fan base turned man corny. The way he got backed by Fury messed up the trilogy. No one wants the trilogy. We might see a trilogy. Wilder, Louise Ortiz. Bro should've took that 100 mil. How do you sleep when you flop that deal? Tried to cash out from AJ, now you won't see that P from 100 deals. All confirmed, so we know it's real. Your training rate switched on you. You told Fury you chose him over more P's than.
Yeah, shout out to that brother, man, because that brother, he wrote some fire. Who's the hottest? Who's the hottest producer right now? I think Young Metro would trust him. Is Young Metro still a thing? Son has got to a deal. More P's and AJ snitched on you. What? What did AJ do? Look, I guess in the next verse, he was about to start going at AJ. This dude's fire, man. This dude's fire. But yeah, like I was saying, like I like Deontay Wilder as a fighter. I loved everything about him. Pause, you know what I'm saying? In a boxing type way, you know what I mean, brothers? I was like, yo, this dude's the motherfucking man. But then after he lost to Tyson Fury in the second fight, not the first fight, like where he started making excuses in his fan base for the first fight. And like all the excuses, that just was way too much for me, man. Like, and it's like, bro, I got eyes. I'm a person. I got a fucking brain, bro. You saying this shit don't make no sense. And you rallying all these black people to ride with you for this bullshit. Like, bro, because I'm black, I'm sort of like, you know what? This nigga lying. This shit don't make no sense. But I'm going to ride with him. Bro. I'm like, bro. You even got Shelly Finkel now on the record being asked questions like, well, I don't know what happened. Because Shelly Finkel know better and motherfuckers not trying to get sued. But it's like, hey, it is what it is, It is what it is. Oh, I don't know who this dude is. Let me see who he is. Good question. I'm going to share the link, by the way. This him?
So you set him up.
I'm going to share the link with you. Yeah, I don't know who this cat is, man, but that shit don't make no sense to me, man. Wilder really disappointed me. And what's even more disappointing is how people just using his name. Like, bro. Like, and it's like, you letting these motherfuckers leech off you. Of course they're going to tell you what you want to hear. That's a weak-ass mentality. Yeah, that's the link. I sent you the link. I think it is him. I think this the dude. Let me see if it's on his YouTube page. I'm on his page. Let me see. I'm gonna try to find it for you. Hold on. Cause dude the man for that. I'm surprised he ain't viral off that hot fire right there. Yeah, I can't find the music video on his YouTube page, or even if it is his YouTube page. But yeah, you gotta think he actually took time to, oh, he do. Here, go right here. Hold up. Oh shit! It may be a full version.
You knew that he was going to come forward and come at you. He's said he was going to fight that way. You know, that wasn't the Deontay that we've seen for, 40-some plus fights. What do you think happened? Did he hurt you early on that, affected you the rest of the way?
No, he didn't hurt me at all. It was the simple fact that, my uniform coming out, Kevin, was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs.
My bad.
From the beginning of the fight.
So he sat him up reeling, saying he was incompetent and disloyal. You trained him from damn near day one, so you tell me, is this loyal? I call it how I see it. No one's fanboy, no one's hater. But what does he get for building you up to snake you 12 years later? He was doing to this day, for the paper. The whole lot's blamed on one man, the black man's the traitor. I'll show you why that don't work. Put the main factors first. The reason you lost the fight's cause when you get punched in the face it hurts. Why did he lose? Cost you. Came out, it was too heavy. Said by the time he got to the ring, legs start doing up jelly. But what did I see on my telly? A nervous man was looking unready. But if it really was too heavy, don't skip leg day, leg spaghetti. Why else did he lose? Poison. How can I be a supporter? He blamed it all on a black man, said it was that man holding his water. Guys, is a fantasy talker. You can see it on TV, JD's in your corner holding man's water. A man said muscle relaxer. Why else did he lose? The referee. This is banter surely. Kenny Bayless deducted a random point and that was the fury. I don't know if by crab in a bucket you mean it's cheap for you. But I can't see what the ref can do to make the fight not peak for you. Why else did he lose? Glove, gate. Where do I start, fam? The guy's got everything for everything. Man's coming like our fan. He was swinging like Tarzan when he was meant to be finishing the first fight. Legs doing wobbly, but you're telling us that the ref looked burst, right? Deontay Wilder's wet. Everyone told me he was the best. Only gotta be perfect for 2 secs. He'd knock out Mike Tyson in his prime. White Tyson licked blood off his neck. No right hand, so there's no offense. Bro can't box, no offense. Hit that right and had nothing left. This was a guy that I did respect. I came up with a different story. Started boxing for his daughter. Till man's fan base turned man corny. The way he got backed by Fury messed up the trilogy. No one wants the trilogy. We might see a trilogy. Wilder, Louise Ortiz. Bro should've took that 100 mil. How do you sleep when you flop that deal? Tried to cash out from AJ, now you won't see that P from 100 deals. All confirmed, so we know it's real. Your training rate switched on you. You told Fury you chose him over more P's than AJ. You snitched on you. Never seen so many excuses. You got cheated in so many ways. It should be easy to prove this. If what you're saying is right, then my man tried to take your life. But mediation's over a fight. My broski, like, why would you do this? Round of applause, clap your hands. Loaded gloves, but you still ain't sacked. The guy that was there when you wrapped his hands. Round of applause, clap your hands. Your guy was there when he wrapped his hands. And to your life that could have been harmful. And all he got was a mouthful. Pause.
Why not then, let's say that same Venom at JD's, whose job was it to watch him get his hands wrapped, watch the gloves, all of that, and why not the same Venom at him? Because it's like you said, he works for you. Like, hey, that was your job to watch him get his hands wrapped and have him.
Oh, believe Jay got a mouthful. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fire him because that wasn't
Bro, whether you like that guy as a rapper or whatever, that shit was all facts, man. Shit, shit. It's like, like how I can't co-sign that. Hey, listen, man. For one, okay, think about it this way. Let me break it down to you very simply. I'm in court a lot over the last 10 years, a lot. In the real world, I can't be known out here when people are judges and shit watching my videos and all kind of shit, not for boxing, but just to be like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing? Let's make sure, the point I'm trying to make is Like, bro, I would look like an idiot and a fraud out here following that bullshit. Like, let me tell you something. People who call themselves media members and believe in all of that shit, they don't get respected or get nowhere in media. Like, it's like, bro, like, I can't ride with that shit. Not because I can't, I don't believe in it. Like, and then one big issue I have is that I can talk about, because I'm black, is the fact that I don't like how he threw the black man under the bus and playing the race card, but then you keep the white man. Nothing against JDs, nothing against white people. But what I'm saying is the shit don't add up with Wilder. It don't add up. That's all I'm saying, me. That's all I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's so easy to roast Wilder. That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, like, why would you bring this shit back up? I'd rather him be at the press conference, don't talk about the shit. But we knew, and we talked about it, that once he hit the media and had to start doing his media rounds, people were going to ask him about it. And he doubling down on that shit. So Tyson Fury tore his ass up at the press conference. Oh, yeah, I didn't put the link. Hold on, I'll put the link now. I'm like, bro, it's difficult. It's difficult. Like, I feel kind of like heartbroken Deontay Wilder did that shit. I'm like, bro, why would you feed into that dickhead shit? Like, like, why you keep saying that? Leave that shit alone. Because now media going to ask you, what you mean? And we got all, like, this video and shit. JD's is there in the locker room, smiling and shit. Shit don't make no sense to me, man. Shit don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. But yeah, put the link to the video right there in the chat. So I already know. It hasn't been that bad, but because I'm not doing a lot of videos on it. But I already know this weekend, the post fight, depending on what, I'm gonna get my ass slaughtered in the comments. I'm gonna be called all kind of coons and Uncle Toms and, oh, you doing this for the white viewers and all that shit. That shit like clockwork, bro. I've been doing it for years. Like, like I've been dealing with it for years. It's like clockwork, And especially when you don't believe in like the narratives or go with the same narrative, people not trying to hear that shit. So right now, I've been doing really, really well, like just staying out of that shit, See what I'm saying? Like all that, just making up all this. If we can't cheat this time, they will watch him like a hawk. Ain't no cheating going on. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. I've been saying it all week. If you know who Al Heyman is and his influence on the MGM Grand, the Staples Center, and Las Vegas as a whole, like, that's Floyd Mayweather's building. That's his building. Like, I'm sorry, it's so many things. And, and another thing, if this was to happen, Al Heyman and Shelley Finkel, they would have had lawsuits flying. Like, they some powerful people. But casual fans don't know that. They're like, like, bro. See, look, there's the whataboutism. Where's the Fury song, boar meat, fake COVID, cheating, etc.? That's what I'm talking about. That's the whataboutism. That's how people are. And, I look at people like that. It's like, no offense. But, when people are like, well, such and such did this, what about this? Like, bro, that shit don't get you nowhere in life. You see what I'm saying? I deal in facts and shit I see and that we can prove, Like if Wilder said, look, like Miguel Cotto, remember 24/7 when Miguel Cotto had like the galls, and he showed like, was it a picture? I don't remember. See, look, I'm answering your question right now. He said, why didn't they catch Margarito? Think about it like this. If Wilder was to say, listen, I got these gloves, it's not supposed to have been like that. These are the gloves from bro, Cotto had the galls. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he showed like how, like, basically it was so hard that it cut through like the galls. And I haven't boxed in a long time, but galls don't, like, for the galls that had cut the way they did, it had to be something like a sharp, jagged edge to break through them and constant friction. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's, but that's a whole different, conversation. That's a whole different conversation. So right now, I just be covering the fights. And if some shit happens, yeah, they did catch, and if some shit happens where it's like, yo, something fucking going on there, and the fight and some type of litigation, they're like, nah, we want an investigation. We're not trying to hear. Like, bro, put it this way. I don't want to talk about this shit no more. The wildest stuff, it's ridiculous to me. And from take media out of it, from a fan standpoint, I'm disappointed in him. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is going to follow him for the rest of his career. Like, oh, that's the guy. Like, I think that the real hardcore, wilder, fanatical radicals, the one that believe in all this stuff, that's their right. I don't think I think they're out of touch with, or if they're not out of touch, they don't give a fuck. But I don't think they really understand like what Wilder's real reputation is among boxing circles, fans, boxers, and people who matter. Like, you have like, bro, like, you know, bro, like, saying the water is like tainted, you know, like a lot would have to go through for something like that to happen. For Mark Breland to be this criminal super mastermind, to be able to get a special spiked water, God knows what he's claiming that was in it, past the commissions and up to that ring, and nobody, like, it just doesn't, you know, so many people would have to be like, you know, it makes my head hurt. It makes my head hurt. By the way, I don't want to answer none of that guy's questions anymore because you're going out of your way to try to get attention. So somebody put that guy on timeout, and we've never blocked people or put people on timeout. But when you come in here doing weirdo shit and like trying to troll to get attention, then I think like, oh, you're grown men. All right. Who does that? I'm a grown man. I'm a regular dude. You know, like, you know, somebody, what's that tatted up? Like, somebody, you know, somebody please. Like, just put him on timeout. So get your shit together, man. You know? And what I've noticed is, did you notice Wilder didn't start really making those excuses until they hit YouTube first? And then he was like, you know what? Yeah, that did happen to me. Like, bro, like, that shit don't make no sense, man. That shit don't make no sense to me. Yeah, well, Breland's reasoning was Deontay Wilder was bleeding out of the ear. So when he didn't know that it was a cut, and he was getting beat up there. So when you're bleeding out of the ear and getting beat up, a trainer's gonna throw the towel in, like, yo, he's bleeding out of his ear. Like, bro, you know, he didn't know it was a cut, but it looked like, if you remember the photos, I can pull them up. Don't really feel like we only got a few minutes left, but he was bleeding out of the ear. So he pulled the plug. And the thing is, I hate to keep bringing up race, but if this is Deontay Wilder's logic, okay, yeah, you want to be a warrior, die in there. That white man was going to let you die in there. You got kids, a disabled kid too. Like, bro, that shit, like, it makes me mad talking about it. And it's like, what was this? Like, what is Wilder thinking? What is he doing? You know? What is he doing? You know, this cheating thing, he didn't start saying that shit until he disappeared for a while. And Glovegate started gaining momentum on YouTube. And then he came back, did an interview, I believe it was 78 Sports TV or something. And then he started saying the shit. Because remember, his first excuses were he was tired because of the suit. And then he started stacking more right on there. He didn't fire, exactly. He didn't fire, what's up, Donnell? He didn't fire him right away. Did you notice that? Like, if you remember, it was a build-up. And then it seems as though he started listening to YouTube people, because I was covering it, watching all of the YouTube videos from a guy like by the name of Young Pharaoh. He started it all. Wilder didn't look good, okay? He looked like he was drugged. And it's like, and then it seemed like Wilder, in whatever mindset he was, started believing what YouTubers were saying. Now, mind you, I sit here, I'm watching the videos, and I'm like, what the fuck? Wilder on some weird shit. He believing that shit? Crazy. So, like, it's just all weird to me, man. But I don't think that Mark Breland deserved that. And for him to keep doing it and throwing dirt on his name, like, oh shit, this weirdo made another account. Wow, wow, you guys, man. How do y'all make all these accounts like that? I mean, I know you can, but you got to put the name. You think it's weird. But we're going to see, on Saturday. Now, I'm not saying Deontay Wilder can't win, but it's hard for me to pick a guy just off of knockout. For example, I picked Usyk over Joshua because it's like, Joshua can't outbox Usyk, so we have to knock him out. And the question was, could he take his power? We've seen that Deontay Wilder has issues on fighting on the back foot. Malik Scott is there to try to, as he was saying at the press conference, to try to keep Wilder grounded as a fundamental boxer. And actually have him boxing and not just, going for one punch, trying to counter Fury and all that. Because that's his bet, relying on the knockout, listen, on the back, but I don't know. I don't know. But I can't wait to see the fight. Doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, I'm getting up out of here. I court today. Oh, if you guys only knew. Why am I in Vegas, motherfuckers? I didn't want to go to Vegas. I've been said I'm not into going to fights anymore. And you're probably that dude with a different account. Like, your motherfuckers be weird like that. I'm telling you, it's something not just on my channel, what people do, which I can never understand. And it's like, bro, you're grown people. Like, they'll have like an account and you will mute one or block one, and then they'll make another account and try to act like one of my colleagues, when I first started on YouTube, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what trolling was. And he used to have like all these accounts and interacting with himself and shit. Like, that shit, and people be weird. Like, people be weird like that. You got to be careful out here, because people just be doing crazy, weird shit. But let me get up out of here. I got to, I got right in from court, changed my clothes, and just came on here, started, the press conference. But tomorrow we will be, and we'll probably be back later on tonight. I got a lot of shit to do because October is going to be a busy month. As you know, the rest of this year is going to be busy with all the fights that just got announced, like Tank versus Rolly and, Porter versus Crawford coming up, Canelo versus Plant. Like, the fights are going on and on and on, So I'm really preparing to close this year out strong. Damn, Donnell, you should have told me, man. I could have pulled some strings, bro. I could have pulled some strings, bro. Like, I just talked I can't say it, but bro, I could have pulled some strings. But all right, guys, I'm getting up out of here.